What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerdcastle. Today, we've got a copy of the Banner Saga 3, where we will finally finish this tale, and it will all be over. We don't know if it's going to be resolved in a satisfying way. I'll give you a brief recap of the game so far, because all of the stories are connected. Like, it's basically 3 chapters of the same story, and each one's about 20 hours long. We played the first game on the channel, and the entire point of the first game was to fight a giant dredge, which is essentially a stone golem named Bellower. That was the point of the game, as we thought that Bellower was leading the armies of the dredge. As it turns out, not the case. The dredge were running from something, and that something was a giant Jormungand-type snake that was chasing them out of their land. So they were actually refugees, not invaders. In the second game, we left and we made an alliance with centaurs, and we made it all the way to the human capital of Arberrang, and from there, I don't remember what happened, really. I think we should probably watch the recap. So let's watch the recap together, you and I, but it's been a good year and a half since I played the second game, and I think I need to have my memory refreshed as to what happened.
When the sun suddenly stopped in the sky, calamity followed. Stone-armored dredge poured out of the north. A darkness bled across the land, and a world-devouring serpent carved chasms in search of something. The races of men and Varl fled south in vast caravans, dealing with the dredge general Bellower and the treachery of Borsgard's governor, Rugger, to eventually arrive at the human capital of Arberrang. Rugger's scheming and old rivalries with the king of Arberrang poisoned their chances for safety. Can they restore the peace before the city turns on itself? Juno and Eyvind, powerful spellweavers who claim they can turn back the darkness, continued on to the Valka libraries, where a terrible confrontation left Manahar in ruin. The spellweavers now have no choice but to push into the darkness itself, protected only by a spell of light and a reluctant crew of mercenaries. Will they be able to drive away the darkness before all of Arberrang and humanity is swallowed up? And at what cost? One way or another, the saga comes to a close.
It's hard to believe that this game started out on like a tiny farmstead in the middle of the world where nothing really mattered, and like essentially a bunch of nobodies lived, and then those nobodies, I mean, I guess that's the foundation for all RPGs ever. A bunch of nobodies become the people that save the world. But at the same time, it's just weird to think that a whole bunch of farmers were essentially the beginning of this game. Let's go ahead and start off. New game. We're going to play ourselves some Banner Saga 3, import a saved or pick a hero. I picked Rook because I remember Alette died, I think. I'm pretty sure Alette died and I kept Rook, I think. A skilled hunter from the rural town of Skoger, Rook lost his daughter to a decision he has deeply regretted during his long and perilous journey to the human capital of Arberrang. After gathering a long banner of followers who now rely on him, Rook was carried through dark times by a potential love interest, Oddleif, and his longtime companion Ivor, who has now gone with the Valka to put an end to the darkness. Alright.
We were as far from safety as we could have been. Me, Rook, and Alette, in our small town of Skor. So much has changed since then. We traveled the length of the world to escape serpents and dredge, and still it was not enough. What I do now is madness. Somewhere in the darkness, I've been told, lurks an answer to all our desperate questions. I will make sure it sees the light of day. All I care about now is that the friends, no, the family I fought to deliver to Arberrang, live to see the sun move again.
Good luck with that one, man. Have you seen the giant snake monster that's been around? I'd be like, yo, we all go die. I wouldn't like Denethor. I would have given it in despair. I'd be like, yo, we all go die. I mean, at least we can go out hard, though, for Valhalla. You know what I mean? We gotta go out beast mode so that Odin welcomes us to the table. But that being said, I don't think we're gonna make it. Get up, they're coming again. Already? How? You're exhausted. Though the king has given you sanctuary in Arberrang, it came with a condition. Do your part to repel the siege at the walls. A siege being waged not by Dredge, but a man you helped escape from Borsgard. Rugga. Rugga's loyalists are already back, and they've got a battering ram. Rook, Are you okay? Remind me how we ended up coming all this way just to fight our own kind? I know. I hate it too. There's thousands of refugees out there, but there's only one reason they're waging a war. Rugga. And he watches safely from a war tent while his bannermen assault the gates. That man poisons everything that he touches. He's tried to take the throne in Arberrang before, the rumor goes. I almost can't blame the king for leaving him to the crows. But the rest of them don't deserve to suffer for it. You hear a chorus of shouts from the gates and a resounding creaking of wood. Arberrang's guards rush to their stations. They've broken through the front gate. Hurry. We can't let them get a foothold. Alright, so we gotta pick our team here. I don't remember who I ran, but I assume that there's a lot of things that we should be looking at here. So as I recall, we've got armor points, we've got strength points. I think this is how many extra actions you can take. I forget what link points do. It's the amount of willpower you... Oh, it's exertion. Okay. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. And then that's how good they are at breaking armor. It's been a minute since I played this last... Oh my god, we gotta go through and we gotta equip gear too. We got the gold bridle. Ugh. Let me go through and I'm gonna have to look through my characters and get everybody all nice and... I gotta go through and get everybody all equipped up and figure out what we're gonna be using because it's been a minute since I played the game last. Although I do remember my group. I had Trigvi. I know I had Trigvi. I always bring Trigvi because he's dope. We have Trigvi. I think I was running Oddleif. I think I had one of the centaurs, but I don't remember at this point. I don't remember who my characters were. I remember what she does. She sets people on fire, and it's pretty rad. These guys over here have, like, nunchucks. They have, like, a flail, but they use them like nunchucks. And I remember that being pretty good. Hakon was one of my guys. I know he was one of my dudes. Mogir tended to be who I ran. Maybe Eggle, though. I don't remember if I ran Eggle or Mogir. I can't recall. It's been a while since I played the last game, and I don't remember exactly who my grouping was. We'll go with them right there. That seems like a... I mean, it's a group that doesn't have a lot of frontline power. It's a group that's definitely going to struggle on the front lines because we don't have a lot of defense. But it is a team that's going to be a little bit more offensive by comparison, and I think that may help us out. So let me go through their stat sheets real fast, and I'm going to get everybody equipped, and we'll try to get people to the point they need to be in order to kind of get the job done. But oof, I was hoping it would kind of auto-assign everything at the beginning, I'll be honest with you, so that I could filter through it later. I don't remember what the good stuff was that I wanted. So things we need to think about here if we really want to get them settled. I'm pretty sure she is one of the better breakers in the game. Like, I'm almost positive. And so we've got avoid armor attack to cause puncture. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that puncture is probably what we want right here. So we'll go with exploit. So we got a 15% chance to cause puncture right there. I think... So she had 2 points available. We can confirm that. And then if she's going to be breaking, I think we need to have armor per rest. No, we don't want aggro. Range distance +2. There we go. So that figurine's probably pretty good for her. It gives her more range distance, and it allows her to break better. And so that sounds pretty good to me. That sounds like something that I can live with. Let's go back and... So she needs one more kill before she can be upgraded. Sorry, this is all coming back to me right now. It's been a minute since I played the game last, and so I'm trying to resettle. He's got 1 point available. You can go with Hunker Down. We can go Regen Armor. I think I wasn't running him as a breaker. I think I was running him up in the front. I don't think I was running him as an archer. And so he's got a point available over here. I kind of feel like I had more points than this in the last game, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's maybe look at everything else, too. So he's got a chance to regenerate armor. He can resist strength damage. No, that is not what I want. He can resist strength damage. He's got bonus crit. And then he's got 20% to resist. That's pretty much all that he has right there. Okay. For this guy right here, he's got Defy, which avoids killing blows. We can regen willpower, or we can avoid killing blows. That's pretty much it. On this side, we've got Dodge, and we've got Lucky Shot. 30% bonus to your hit chance. Okay. I don't know where I want to put his points at. He's got 11 armor. Like, I kind of like the idea of regenerating armor. So maybe we'll get after that. Although he's not a tank, so I don't think that that's probably going to be the best application. I don't think that's going to be the best application of his skills. I'm going to go with Artery Strike. We're going to keep him offensive. And then since he's going to be up in the shit, let's see what we got here. So we've got a gold Bridle, +3 to all talents, +1 strength attack, +1 break. That's pretty good. He's got +2 to armor, +2 to break, +2 to break talents from the Yox breeding grounds. Yox knots carry weight and clout. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that in there, I guess, for right now. I mean, I don't really know what I want to play. I need to get back into the combat and get a feel for what people are going to be using before I can really make any solid choices about what do I want to equip on people because, you know, this is kind of like coming back. So this is kind of like playing Baldur's Gate 2 when you played Baldur's Gate 1 like 3 years ago and then you import your old characters and you're trying to figure out what was going on. Like, exact same situation right here. 20 dodge, strength attack, +2 strength, obsidian ring for 2 right there. We've got Alet's bracelet, +1 armor, +1 strength, +1 will. I'll keep it where it's at for right now. With Trigvi, we probably want him to have... Let's go ahead and just run that on him so he's got a chance to dodge. And he's also got extra strength to deal damage with. I think that'll be all right. He's got 2 points to play around with. He's an offensive character, so I'm sort of leaning towards the fact that Artery Strike is going to be best for him. Let him try to crit his way through it. Oh, he could have increased his... Oh, he's not maxed out on everything. Okay, he doesn't have max stats. We could also do Exploit. Break is the amount of direct damage, so you learn from the broke you can cause puncture. Yeah, get puncture and crit, I guess. I should probably be focusing on these a little bit more aggressively, but I don't really know what I'm doing right now, and frankly, we'll just play around with it. Let's see. For you, sir, Hakon. Hakon, we need you to have, I mean, just raw strength would be great. I mean, that would be perfectly acceptable if you just want to have raw strength. I wouldn't be against that. He's got 3 to break right there. All right. So if he's got 3 in break and he's also got his linkage down here is pretty good. Let's go ahead. He's got 18 strength. Good, sweet Lord, baby Jeebus. That's a lot of strength. I'll probably give him breaking skills. Yeah, I can give him puncture. I mean, what does he have in armor right now? He's got a chance to resist, and he's got a chance to regenerate. At best, we could give him 30% chance to regenerate armor. I'll take my chances with puncture. I'll take my chances with puncture. And then with Eggle, I know exactly what I want for you. Oh, he's got no points. Poor little guy. He ain't got no points to play around with. All right, well, Eggle, if I remember correctly, has a dope ability that allows him to just, like, get loads, and we want that on him because he's a tank, so that's good. That'll go inside of there, and then that leaves us with Nid, who I don't know what I want her to run, but we'll throw some things around. She's got some extra stuff right there. Oh, I don't know. I frankly have no clue what I want to put some of this stuff into. I mean, for archers, puncture is always a good idea, so we'll run that right there. We'll kind of just see the way that it goes. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played this last, so this might be an interesting experience. I'm ready for battle. Let's go do this thing. I didn't know this was coming out so soon. I would have replayed the previous 2 games if I had known it was going to come out so shortly. I honestly had no clue. Come quick. They're nearly through. Alright, so you always go behind a shield guy. You always hang out behind him. You guys kind of close in on the flank so I can rotate you around where I need you to go. She's got an opportunity to move. How far can they move? Move over to there. And then what abilities do you have? You have Rain of Arrows, which, let's see here. Target a tile and stun the enemy who steps in it with a Rain of Arrows. Okay, sounds good. I'll worry about that a little bit later. And then on this side, we've got Bird of Prey. Fire arrows at a greater range with 100% chance to hit. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be much use right now, but we'll end her turn. This fight should be kind of a warm-up, if I remember correctly. So he's got a bow. I'll probably just leave him where he's at for right now. Okay, so they're forming up a shield wall right there. Everybody just hang tight. We're going to wait till somebody moves up on us. I would rather not be the first man across the line if I can help it. Eggle, you move up to the front. And his ability was Stonewall, right? Yeah, blocks 7 damage per hit for 1 round. Yeah, I remember he had like a crazy good ability. And then he's got Guts. Does 1 strength damage and knockback to all units adjacent to the target. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait it out. So they got a Spearman over here. I don't think there's going to be much I can do for right now. Her ability is Bird of Prey, which is the same as before, and she also has Rain of Arrows. So we're running 2 people with the same abilities. I might have to adapt that and change it around a little bit. I might have to bring somebody else up to the front. See what works. Go ahead. Circulate back over this way. I don't really love hanging back like this. But I'm kind of trying to wait and see what happens here. I don't remember what shield wall does. Like, I know when guys with shields stand next to each other, they get like a damage reduction or something like that. But I can't recall the exact extent to it. That's okay. You can stay right there until they decide to close. You move over by 1. I mean, technically I can hold the line right here. I could also get into base contact right there, but... Ooh, we got a deflection right there. Nice. I mean, the enemy opened on us and we still came out okay. Bring her over to here, and then we are going to attack right there, and we are going to break, and we're going to put... He's not a huge concern, so we're just going to throw that out there real fast. Get our 2 damage going. Yeah, I feel like I should have seen that coming. Go ahead and bust his armor up real fast. It's okay to use some of your willpower if you have to. I need him to be wounded by the end of this. Man, they're blowing all of their willpower to get up on us right now. I didn't expect them to play on willpower like that. Like, I didn't expect them to use up all of their willpower in like the first 8 seconds. Good lord. Okay, never mind. We're going to have to recover a little bit right here. We ain't got much of an option. Go ahead and break his armor. We'll deal with him momentarily. Done locked me in. How are they dealing damage through my armor? I thought you had to deal damage to armor first before you could do anything else. So, like, if you had to deal 8 damage, they had to have less armor than the damage that you deal. Otherwise, it don't work. I thought that was how it worked. I might be wrong, though. I can get him to right there, and we really need to turn this flank, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this flank. There you go. He's essentially marginalized now. He can only deal like 1 damage if I remember correctly. This dude right here, what were your abilities? I don't remember what your abilities were. So Sundering Impact. Let's see here. 100, 1 break to damage, 1 break had it to heavy damage. Rank 2, 100% chance to hit, strength damage +1, +1 break to target. Divided by 1 strength break added to heavy impact. I'm a little confused about that, but maybe I should just play it and see what happens. Oh, that did okay. So it does splash damage. Alright, that's cool. I can live with that. Essentially, we need to kind of stop this from happening right now. I'm going to go ahead and put him in right there. We're going to go for a big hit so that he's not dealing damage anymore. I'm going to have to deal with this problem on this side before too long. And that's not something that I'm intensely stoked about. But let's go ahead and drop one of these dudes. Oh, good. We got exploit right there. Nice. Well, apparently she's down. That was kind of my fault for leaving her exposed on that side, though. Plus, I didn't realize he was going to play like 5 willpower to cover the entire battlefield in 1 move. So, you know, lessons learned. She got the same abilities as this girl over here, too, so we'll make it work for us. What were your abilities? You got Mark Prey, +3. Let's see here. Causes 3 break damage. Let's see, cause armor break damage, all allies within range attack the target. Oh! Yeah, let's do that. Do I have to move to do that? It's a ranged attack? Because we do have a lot of people who are adjacent. That's all I'm saying, is we got a bunch of people who are adjacent, so... Oh, you gotta be at point blank range. Gotcha. Okay. It's been a while. Relearning. Gross. Trigvi, this is all you, amigo. Do your thing. And so he got his promotion right there. Ooh, got him with the run through. Not the best ability in the game, though. Honestly, that ability tends to get you into more trouble than it's worth. Go ahead and sunder him. We'll get him nice and started off. And then we'll figure out what we want to do in just a second. So there's 3 damage out right there. That's okay. For you, we could deal 5 right there, or we could just start sundering armor on this side. So let's sunder armor on that side. I had a feeling he was going to do that. I had a very, very distinctive feeling that that's what he was going to do. And unfortunately, that puts me in a very disadvantageous position. Go ahead and run through over to there. Go ahead and use Rain of Arrows right there in case he tries to follow you. He did not try to follow her, so that's a problem. This is quickly becoming frustrating. The learning curve is real right now. I thought I was going to stop this battle based on my knowledge of the previous games, but apparently when you don't play for a year and a half, you aren't ready to go. We need to start getting rid of some of this damage over here. So we'll go ahead and light you up. Then again, we are running a really squishy party, too. We've got a party that's got a lot of squishies in it. Go ahead and run that right there. Yep, now these guys are incapable of dealing damage. So that's good. We'll go ahead and light him up real fast. 1 down, +2 renown. Hey, man, you can do what you're going to do. You can do what you're going to do. I don't even care. Just keep sundering that armor and doing the best I can. Go ahead and hit him with an arrow, I guess. We'll drop him real fast so that he's up out of our booty holes. So I'm not trying to have my booty hole be explored in unsatisfactory ways. And then we will take... Actually, you don't even need to move. You can just hang out right there. Break his armor 1 more time. There you go. I should probably feed this kill to somebody else. Maybe Eggle. Oh, he ain't got no willpower left. Never mind. He's kind of busted up right now. Alright, well, just deal your 1 damage then to protect yourself. And then we'll feed the arrow shot right there. Still love the animation of this game. It's still a gorgeous game to look at. Like, legitimately, it's a really, really pretty game. Really liking it. The foe's lying dead at your feet. Okay. So Hakon got promoted. Nid got promoted. But people are going to be wounded, and they're going to be out for a couple of battles. We pretty much got everybody promoted except for Eggle, I think. So that's good. She's been injured in battle, so she's going to be out for like 12 days. She's going to be out for a couple of days, too. Bit of a bummer, but that's okay. We've got other alternate people we can play around with. 11 renown right there, which is added to the pile, which is used for upgrades or something like that, I think. And we've got 268 clansmen, 294 fighters, 115 varl, 74 renown. We only have a little bit of riches, but morale is pretty good, so that's good to know. They threw everything at this assault, hoping to surprise Arberrang's tired guards and get a battering ram through. It almost worked, if not for you. The enemy pulls back, leaving you amongst the groans of the wounded and dying. That spineless bastard, Oddleif sobs. She kneels over the body of a boy someone slapped a helmet onto, one of Rugga's fighters, but far too young. Today was probably the first time he'd ever held a sword, and the last. No more, she swears, dashing off towards Rugga's war tent across the battlefield. The retreating and tired are too slow to respond. Odd, stop, you shout to deaf ears. The others give you a quick look before chasing after, expecting the worst. Can I take you out? Okay, well, I got to take somebody out here. I got an injured person. That means she gets -1 strength, which is problematic. It's not the worst thing that can happen. Can I see their abilities around here anywhere? I remember one of these guys. I distinctly remember one of the centaurs was amazing. Like, he had incredible abilities. And I don't remember which one it was. If it was Skothic or if it was Roek. It was one of them. One of them was dope as hell, and I can't remember which one it was. And it's going to bother me until I figure it out. We can swap in Mogir. Mogir's not that big of a... I need to pull off your... Yeah, take that off. That needs to not be where it is right now. That's not being helpful. I guess we could just play around with him and see what happens. He's got good armor break. That's exciting. Here, put on my dead daughter's bracelet. Obviously. What does that do? +2 to armor, 2 strength resist, 2 aggro. Shouldn't he have that? Oh, he's already got aggro. Okay. We'll put that on. He's already got really high strength, so maybe it'll help out. He's got no points available. We'll have Roek in the next fight, and we'll see how he does. I need more melee anyways. How much is it going to cost to promote? 19? That's not too bad. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and promote him. And now that he's been promoted, he's got 3 more points available. Where did I dump my last points? Thought I put him in Artery Strike, but I guess I must not have. Did I, like, not assign points on him? I really felt like I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to confirm. We'll give him Artery Strike so he's got a chance to crit and deal even more damage. With Trigby, let's promote Hakon first. That's fine. And with his points, he's already done with Puncture right there. If he's got the ability to regen armor, I'd like to do that. That can be really, really problematic for the enemy as the fight goes on and you start to accumulate attrition. That one armor that you're regenerating every other turn can really become a problem if everybody on the battlefield is weakened. Like, it forces them to waste turns sundering and give you the advantage, possibly. So he's got rank 3. Command allies, so he create new strategies such as giving armor. Okay. Heavy impact. Yeah. Oh, so this is just a raw buff to his impact. Gotcha. Makes sense to me. With 2 more points, what can I do in here? We can avoid strength attacks, or we can get lucky shot. On this side, we've already got puncture. I mean, if he's got Artery Strike, why not? You might as well. 15% crit is pretty good. Considering, like, when I used to play MMOs, you were aiming for, like, 32% to be really, really badass. I know it's not directly applicable. But at the same time, it's like, well... I remember Ursa being really good, too. Maybe I'll swap Ursa out for Nid. Maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, never mind, I can't. I could swap out Hakon, though, for Gunnulf. Might be an okay idea. Gunnulf's pretty good. He can deal a lot of damage if you can get him into the middle of the enemy. I remember he has a thing called Tempest where he spins. And when he spins, it does strength damage. So anybody that ain't got a lot of strength is really, really, really going to get hurt by that. Yeah. I'll play around with this party first. I mean, realistically, though, you should probably be playing with the same configuration every single battle. Leveling up like a small group of people tends to be the smartest way to play this game. If you spread the points around a little bit too much, it can end up becoming an issue for you. It can be a major, major problem. So anyways, I think we're out of time for the day right now. I'm going to stop on this battle right here. My name is Splattercat. This is the Banner Saga 3. I don't know if it's going to be a full playthrough, but this was just to remind you that Banner Saga 3 is coming out. We will continue to check out the game for probably another episode or two. We'll kind of see what the reception's like and whether or not people are into it, whether or not they're feeling it. If you are feeling it, you should definitely hit this video with a like. It helps out more than you know. But the Banner Saga, you should absolutely play 1 and 2 before you play this game, though. Don't jump straight into Banner Saga 3. Play 1 and 2. The storyline is connected. Import your characters because these characters are weak by comparison to where you would be if you had played them through the last game and like focused on leveling them. If these guys had played through 2 entire games, they'd be a little bit stronger right now, I think. And so anyways, you'll also have a lot more items. You'll have tons of gear and stuff that you can play around with, along with some really, really rare stuff. And so anyways, I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. The game is available down below in the description. Hi, I do, and I will see you next time, everybody.